Star Wars.
Nothing but Star Wars.
Look at the Star Wars. Wars in the stars. Prequels. Yes, it's a prequel. Technically prequel. Don't run away. There's a new Solo trailer, guys.
Yeah.
And yes, this is technically a prequel story. Technically.
So was Rogue One, and Rogue One was great.
This is true.
And this one, Danny Glover's in it.
Yeah, it's the Danny Glover movie featuring Han Solo. Yeah. So, Solo, a Star Wars story. Brand new trailer dropped today, presumably during WrestleMania,
I believe during WrestleMania, but...
So yeah, so we're gonna do the thing. Let's watch this.
Let's watch this thing.
Click.
Space Western?
Music.
Firefly? Outlaw Star.
You're after something. Is it revenge?
Hey!
Money? Or is it something else? You look good. A little rough around the edges, but good.
Okay.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
I'm a driver. And I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this. What do you think? Well, what do you know?
You got a line on a ship?
Yeah, I know a guy. He's the best smuggler around.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true. Everything you've heard about me is true.
L3!
Let's go with a mean man's face.
Who are these guys?
Aw,
Sassy droid.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Might wanna buckle up, baby.
You sassy robot friend.
Let me tell you about my robot friends.
Let me give you some advice.
Ooh.
Assume everyone will betray you. And you will never be disappointed.
I got a really good feeling about this.
Since when do you know how to fly?
190 years old? You look great. Push it.
You did fight in the Clone Wars.
Yep.
Oh no, is Chewie gonna make it out alive? You know, it looks fun. There's...
Donald Glover is everything is more interesting than Han Solo, but Han Solo is officially more interesting than than paper. So it's better than the first trailer that we got, because the first trailer was just like
The first trailer, there was very like, the only intriguing thing about the first trailer was Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, yeah.
That being said, this looks fun.
It does. It does.
There's not a ton in this that makes me go like, I need to see it, but at the same time,
Danny Glover is what makes me go,
yeah.
Okay,
I'm in. I am looking at this and I'm like, this looks fun, and it actually feels a lot like it does feel a little like classic Star Wars in terms of like, we're here to have an adventure, but it feels more like a big heist film than it does like a normal Star Wars movie, and I think that's okay.
From what we've seen, and maybe this is just an editing thing, whoever they have playing young Han Solo doesn't have just the sheer ridiculous amount of stupid charisma that he needs. Because there's just something ridiculously charismatic about that. And a lot of it is Harrison Ford's portrayal.
I mean,
let's be real.
here's the thing.
That's hard to live up to. But Danny Glover has it for Lando. He just oozes it, and it's perfect. And that's what makes it, that's why your eye goes to him in this trailer. That's why he's the most interesting thing there. Just the way he carries himself, the look on his face, everything is just like, oh, hello, this looks like we're in for a good time.
The actor they cast to play Han Solo. Again, nothing against him in terms, like, Harrison Ford is an unlive-up-to-able standard.
Yeah.
That's not a word, but it is impossible to live up to the standard of that level of charisma. I will say this, the person that they cast, he seems more like an everyman as opposed to that lovable rogue. He seems more like a slightly older version of, like, say, Luke from the first trilogy, in that, like, Luke is the everyman when we first meet him. And I kind of feel like, yeah, there's a little bit of a Western sort of cowboy element to this guy, but he feels more like an everyman than he does that lovable rogue outsider.
But I don't want him to be an everyman.
That's what I'm saying, is that he doesn't feel like Han Solo yet. Maybe this is the movie where he goes from being the everyman to that lovable rogue outsider because all of his friends betray him, and that makes him super cynical, but somehow very charming.
We'll just have to see. For some reason, this...
I don't want him to be an everyman either.
The other comparison that we have for this, and we, when making cracks about prequels, Rogue One. Rogue One, so far, is the only other movie that we have that is a Star Wars story that isn't part of Skywalker family drama directly, or part of any trilogy. And Rogue One, just watching those, I was enthralled from trailer number 1. Because these were some interesting characters, and I was down, and I wanted to see it, and I'm not feeling that. And I don't know if it's the way these trailers are done. I don't know if it's just like, I didn't want to see Han Solo's backstory. I was fine with him. Why couldn't we tell another original story? Like, I can't really put my finger on what it is that's holding me back here. But for every other Star Wars movie, it's been like, all right, we got a date. When do tickets go on sale? Do I have enough reward points saved up that we can get them for free again, or are we going to wind up paying for? Like, what can we do? And this one's just like,
maybe
it's happening.
Maybe it's the lack of stakes because we know Chewie, and Lando all make it out, and
we can assume that nobody else does.
That's the thing about prequels, is sometimes seeing those stories develop can be very interesting. But in this case, if we're making the Rogue One comparison, we know that they're going to get the Death Star plans. We know that much, but we don't know whether or not every one of them is going to make it out of it. So the stakes are still there. We know they're going to be successful, but whether or not they live after us getting attached to them and after us seeing them grow closer and get to that point where they're willing to go on this suicide mission, that unknown element is still there. Here, we know that those 3 in particular, and those are the only 3 we care about right now because we don't know everybody else yet.
This is the first trailer we've gotten where anyone outside of them has had lines.
Yeah, this is the first time, and this is also, I don't know. It's just that the stakes are immediately lessened because we know that Han Solo, Lando, and Chewie are all going to get out of this just fine and all end up friends. And on the one hand, seeing those relationships develop can be interesting. On the other hand, it definitely diminishes the stakes.
I feel like you almost have more stakes with something that has doomed prequelitis. Like, we don't see any of these characters in the main story. Are they going to show up again, or what? Like, again, Rogue One. Like, we haven't seen any of these characters in the main story going in there not knowing if they're going to survive. And then my other examples of doomed prequelitis all tend to come from the video game realm. So, like, Crisis Core. We know Zack is hosed, but we're still in it to win it. Halo Reach. I haven't seen any of these Spartans in the normal game. That doesn't mean they don't make it out. Okay, Halo Reach, because we all know that Reach got glassed, and that's a lot of what started things off. And Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Like, it's a Kingdom Hearts game. All right, it's a prequel. I've never seen any of these characters. Oh, dear. So it's almost easier to do doomed prequelitis because you can sit there and go, we have no idea if any of these characters are going to survive. No one is guaranteed. Like, you play Birth by Sleep, and it's like, all right, well, King Mickey shows up, we know he's gonna be okay. And Yen Sid shows up, and we know he's gonna be okay. What about literally everyone else?
Like I said, I think this could be fun, but I understand why a lot of people are just kind of ambivalent. Because I'm feeling that a little bit too, but I'm looking at that and I'm like, it could be fun. I don't feel the need to pre-order my ticket right now, but it looks like it'll be fun. So opening weekend, I will maybe Sunday, I'll like, I don't know, go to the theater and buy a ticket. But like, I don't feel the need to buy a ticket now.
Yeah. Like, there's movies that I see the trailer and I'm like, holy shit, I am in it to win it. When can I buy my tickets? When can I, like, Black Panther was like, oh my god, yes, I'm down. I've been down for months. Let's do this. And every Star Wars movie that they've released so far has been like, yes, when the tickets go on sale, we need to get our tickets. This one falls under the category of, well, I'm gonna chill a couple days, you know, I've got a couple of movie reviewers that I follow, and I'm sure that some people I know might go to screenings, and I'm just gonna kind of wait and see what everyone else has to say about it. There are people who review movies for a living whose opinions I trust, and I'll just wait to see what they have to say. And if they say it's mediocre, well, maybe I'll go see it at the Dollar Theater, or maybe whatever. And the fact that it's a Star Wars movie, and that's kind of my going into it reaction is, different from all the other new Star Wars movies that they've released, which is kind of like,
yeah, Last Jedi. I could not wait.
Oh
I was so excited, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway.
Yep. We'll see. That's the best we got for this one.
I think that's all I got.
Yep.
I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Menguin. That's TheMenguin.
And I'm Katie. You can follow me all over the social medias and on Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. We have a sister channel that is Silver Screams, Silver_Screams on the social medias, and Silver Screams on YouTube. If you like watching us react to horror things and discuss horror things and all that fun stuff with things to do with horror, that's the channel where they live. Go check it out. If you would like to support this channel, we have a Patreon which gets you cat videos and Steven Universe reactions and your name in the credits and all sorts of fun stuff if you want to check that out. If you just want to throw a couple of bucks at us, we do have a Ko-fi. And if you want to commission us to talk about different subjects or to react to something, all of that information is in the description below. If you liked what you saw, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that nice little bell to let YouTube know that yes, you do actually want to get notifications from creators that you have subscribed to. God bless the YouTube algorithm. So, like, subscribe, ding. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
May the Force be with you.
And also with you.
The Force be with you always.
So, we had more emotion about a reference than we did about that entire trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that reference was Rebels.
That's true.